What's up, everybody? It's KelseeBrianaJai here with this look right here. And I decided to do this look because bronze and like bronzy gold looks are like some of my favorite looks to do for the fall season. Every fall, I'm always gravitating towards these colors. So I was like, I've never done a look like this on my channel before. So let me go ahead and do it this season so you guys can see like how I do my makeup. This is like a look I would do on an everyday basis. So let me zoom in so you guys can see it. It's a really simple look to do. It shouldn't take that long at all. Like, it probably takes at the most, without me explaining it, this look literally takes me no more than 10 minutes, and that's just with me kind of going slow because of the morning. So if you don't have a lot of time and you want to have a really pretty put together look that goes with basically any lip color, then this will be a good one for you. So I hope I make this tutorial as simple to follow as possible, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get to it. Ain't nothing but to do it. That was so lame. Alright, y'all. Okay, let's get started. So first, I'm going to prep my eyes, and I'm going to use Laying Low Paint Pots by Mock. And I'm just going to apply that all over my eyeballs. All the way on my eyeballs, honey. Yes. Yeah. It feels good. Alright, so moving on, I'm going to take my Melt Dark Matter stack. And first, I'm going to take Blur. One of my very favorite eyeshadows. It's such a pretty, like, nice transition color with my 217 Fluffy Brush by MAC. And I'm just going to apply that right here in my crease. And I really, really love this eyeshadow for a transition color. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see exactly what the freak I'm doing. Okay, so back and forth with Blur. It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. So just back and forth windshield wiper motions. Okay. You won't be able to see it too well until I place down the other eyeshadows, okay? So now moving along, I'm going to take Unseen eyeshadow, also from the Dark Matter stack. It's a little bit darker than Blur. Okay, and so with the same brush, I'm tapping off some excess, and then I'm going right up underneath Blur, and this is going to help me blend. Okay, so if you use back and forth motions like this, then you can gradually intensify this color. So I'll do a little bit, and then you can always go back and add. But I always say do a little bit first and then go back, because it's always easier to do makeup that way. I think it's easier to cook that way too. So yeah. Well, in makeup you can kind of take it away better than if you poured a whole cup of sugar in something that you only needed a tablespoon for. But it's always easier to do it this way for makeup. Do you guys know what the heck I'm talking about? Okay, so now I'm going to take a MAC eyeshadow. This one is called Carefree. It's a prolonged wear eyeshadow. It's a really pretty white gold eyeshadow, and I'm placing that right on my inner corners because I am a huge fan of bright inner corner highlights. Okay, I love them. Like, when I say love them, I mean love. Now that freaking song is stuck in my head. It feels good. I only know one part to it. It feels good. That's the only part I know of the song. Okay, so now going in with NARS Telesto. You guys saw me use the other NARS eyeshadow from the fall 2015 collection in the last video. So now I'm taking this one. This one is also a dual intensity eyeshadow, and it's more so of a bronzy color with the same 242 flat shader brush. And I have yet to use this eyeshadow, so I'm kind of excited to see how it performs. So far, I'm just packing it on the lid right next to Carefree, and I'm not covering up Carefree. So be mindful of where you're putting this eyeshadow. First thoughts is that it's going on a little bit darker than I thought it was going to. And I actually think it needs a little bit of help, honestly. So I'm going to put down another base first for it. This is a MAC Electric Cool eyeshadow in Gilded Thrill. And so I'm going to go ahead and place that on my lid. And I'm just dipping my finger in here. Okay, and it's like a really pretty like metallicized gold color. So if you don't have this particular eyeshadow, I would definitely say just use like a paint pot. So like if you have MAC's Indian Wood paint pot or like anything that's like a gold creamy eyeshadow, I would say go ahead and just use that for this step. Because I don't know if this one is permanent. I don't know if the electrical eyeshadows became permanent or not. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Make sure you're putting this just on the lid area because you don't want to cover up the colors that we put in our crease. So now I'm going to go back with this color and then I'm going to place it on top. Yes. That gave me a little bit more intensity like what I was looking for. Just pressing this on with my 242. Yes. This is what I was looking for. Sometimes you have to layer things to get the desired effect that you are really wanting. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in your back pocket. I'm just kidding. I always go back through and just make sure that everything is still blended. The edges are. This is just kind of how I do my makeup every day. Just make sure those edges are blended. Because like, them edges got to be laid through. I'm taking MAC's Havana eyeshadow with the same brush. And I'm actually going to clean off this brush because I don't want the color to transfer. So I used a little bit of brush cleaner. I'm going to place that right next to the NARS eyeshadow. Make sure you tap off the excess, boys and girls. So I'm patting it right next to the NARS Telesto. So now I'm going to go back with Unseen in my fluffy brush. Just a little bit of it and just really dust that back in the crease just to make sure that everything is still blended. Okay. So I want to go back through on the outer corners with a darker eyeshadow, and this one is called Handwritten by MAC. Hey, with my 217 brush again, and then focus that right here on the outer corner just a little bit to intensify it, just a slight bit. I thought they were done freaking mowing the grass. They get on my nerves. So right here, if you go on a circular motion, it just really blends it out for you. You don't have to do a whole lot, okay? So just a little. So go in a circular motion, okay? And then just buff it out. And that is my best Hillary Banks impression. Now I'm just going through with a clean 221 brush. And I'm just going over my edges because, girls, trust me, this is the quickest way for you to have a professional looking eyeshadow application. Make sure that it's blended. So spend a little bit of time going back through and blending. So now I'm going back in with Carefree eyeshadow, which is that highlight color. And I'm going to take a little bit more on the inner corners. So this is with that same 221 that I used. And just kind of swirl that in there. Make sure you blend it out. And then I'm going to take a little bit under the highest points on my brow and then start to diffuse that. So I place the majority of the color right here on my arch, and then I diffuse it a little bit to the tail, and then take the ever slightest amount and go right underneath this area right here. So the majority is going to be right here on my high point. So I just highlighted them brows, baby. So boom, bring it down, and whatever's left, like right here. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to my eyes. All right, is that all right with you? All right. So for concealer, the same concealer I have been using literally for a month straight, which would be the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. And honestly, I'm in the market to try something new. So I don't want MAC Pro Longwear. And obviously I love Creamy Radiant, but I just want like something else. Like just something else. So down below, can you tell me some of your favorite concealers at the moment? I'm about to set this powder with MAC Soft Yellow. And I've been using this a lot lately too. And I don't love it, but it does the trick, okay? So I definitely prefer my Laura Mercier, like, for sure. I prefer that all the way. Okay, this guy on my nose. But this one is okay. So now, I'm going to let this sit for like 2 seconds before I dust it off. And then I'm going to do my eyeliner. This is the Inglot number 77 gel liner. And this is the NARS angled brush. So for my face, I look yellow than a mug. So I'm going to go over that yellow powder with MAC Studio Fix powder in C6 to tone that junk down. And you see it toned it down. It still kept my highlighted effect, but it toned it down. And this is my favorite powder brush. This is the 138 brush by MAC. Oh my god. Oh my god. This brush is the bomb. Okay. So for my bronzer, I'm going to use Matte Bronze by MAC with my Marc Jacobs The Bronze brush. I have something that I'm about to do. This is Swiss Chocolate by MAC, and this is a 135 brush. So I'm going to get a little bit of Swiss Chocolate in this brush, and I'm going to lightly dust that on my cheeks for my blush, okay? Because I want my blush to be like a chocolate highlight a little bit. And then on top of that, I'm going to layer Warm Soul Blush. Mine is in the old packaging, but I'm not rebuying it just because it's new packaging. And I'm going to just kind of load my cheeks up with this because I want it to glow. And you see how Swiss Chocolate gave me a nice like little base for Warm Soul. Because sometimes Warm Soul is just not pigmented on my skin. Like I can't stand it. So you can use like whatever bronzer you have. I could have easily just skipped Swiss Chocolate and just used my bronzer. But I kind of wanted a color differentiation on my cheeks. So that's why I used 2 different browns. But I really love the way Warm Soul looks on people that are lighter than me. And I always want it to look like that on me. So I have to kind of deepen it up first and then put it on top. Okay, so now for highlight, I'm using NARS's Albatross. And I'm just going to use the same brush because I kind of want it to be intense. And I'm just going to run this right along the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, so now coming back to my eyes, I'm going to line my waterline with the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Eyeliner in black. My eyebrows was spiked today. And then for my foundation, I used this, the Bobbi Brown, and then you guys saw the rest. Oh, and I primed my face with Smashbox Primer Water. Oh my god, I really love this stuff. I definitely am going to go buy a big one. On the bottom, I'm going to take Havana Extra Dimension Eyeshadow with a pencil brush. This is my little Kelly Osbourne pencil brush. That was not worth the money. That is dang on broken at this point. And then I'm going back with Carefree by MAC with the same pencil brush, and I'm going to apply it right here on the bottom inner corners. And then I'm going to do my lashes off camera. Oh, I just had all the tears. I mean, all the tears just come falling down my face. My eyes are just, oh. This is MAC's Lady Danger. a lip liner to match this exactly. So I'm going to take Ruby Woo and kind of shade a little bit. This is it. Let me spray a little bit of Fix Plus. This is the limited edition one from the summer Yuzu. This is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is an overview of the look. Pretty bronze for the fall. Bronze is just not a summer color. You can translate it to the fall. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, dolls. And I will talk to you guys later. Smooches. Mwah, mwah. Bye.